Seraphic Blue. New birth, revive, away. I'm guessing a new game, load, and exit. So, let's start. New birth. When I was a child, I would often stare off into the great blue sky. Dazzling sunlight would shine in my eyes, streaming from the boundlessness above. Panting, I pushed myself to great heights, chasing after dreams I knew no end of. I could also hear voices in the sky, quiet and close, like an embrace. I responded to them by setting my sights on the sky's horizon, commanding my path to the sky and reaching out to the sky with both my hands. Even now, I still stare off into the great blue sky. Sprinting up the Earth's ridges towards the endless world above, higher and higher I climb, till the stratospheres of memory below me. And as the winds dance in rhythm, I make a wish in silence. And that my small heart will spread forth wings, and that someday I'll soar gracefully towards the visible blue sky. The sky has always been there, and always will be. Okay, it's a quote. I think there's some alpha channels going on here. I do believe this game has it been produced on a different engine? Slightly different. 20XX maybe? I don't know. But I did see some transparency. Those are the great words of our ancestors. It is true, the sky has always been there. That is a fact which cannot be denied. But is that it? Was the grandeur of the sky the only thing that left an impression on our great ancestors' mind? The sky stretches overhead, endless and empty for all eternity. That is what I would call despair. Eventually she'll be the only one who understands. A lone angel, bearing white wings. I, however, am well aware of how this will all end. At that very moment, in this present time, fate will return to the world, and here's where their tale will unfold. So it begins, with no other title than this. Made in 04, 06, I'm not sure which version I'm playing, probably Director's Cut. But yeah, this game has a whopping over 800 maps, I think. There appears to be some maps missing. I mean, some numbers missing, but I don't know. There's a lot of maps, so I'm not expecting to finish this in this session, unless it's really good. So we got some nice custom art here. It's pretty good, actually. I like it. Since time immemorial, people have sent their prayers for hope and freedom to the heavens. Okay, I was waiting for button input. With their minds cluttered by absurd words and foolish vices, they pour their problems out into the blue sky. I'm guessing the sky has a bit of a theme in this game, but indeed I am no exception from this era of expression of hope and freedom. After all conflicts become momentary under the blue sky. In an instant, the hearts of two feuding people can shine brightly. And with their thoughts free of problems, true happiness. But if the sky is forgotten, those same hearts will grow hollow. Despair is a seductive, hungry thing, and it awaits in the emptiness. Those who remember the hope and freedom of before may try all they can to fill their hearts with color. By then, it is all too late. Thinking of that again. Okay, so the game sometimes lets me proceed the dialogue manually, but sometimes it doesn't. Not sure why that is. I know how you feel. It's completely absurd. Getting worked up about it, that's not gonna fix it. So I'm not sure where I am. I guess I'm on a bridge, and it's foggy. I'm not sure. So you're saying it's useless to get upset? No, I'm saying I'm actually worried about it. Don't be. There's no need to worry about it. Look, isn't it almost time for the conference? Lighten up, man. You're presenting today, aren't you? Siegbert is seriously going to chew you out if you mess this up. This crappy game is not something you want to get apart. I see. This is my dull lot in life. I'm tied to this place, and it has ground all the adventurousness of me. How regrettable. How frustrating. You're a good guy. So much so that I can't believe you're his son. Glad to hear that. I don't like to think of him as my father either. Come on, it's time to get going. Yeah, let's go. What are angels? Aerial beings who offer salvation? Well, that much is a good thing. The thing, though, is whether they offer only salvation. Wouldn't that be strange? What do you think? Are you talking to me? So what are angels? That troubled face again. It's about time you quit worrying. It's not that, it's just something I remember. What is it? It's something my father once said to me. Spontaneity. The reason is because everything will cost you something. I couldn't pronounce that fast enough. But the game is presented well in the beginning. At least I think. But reject the beginning and behold its non-existence. Gaze upon the end and behold its existence. The significance of this ending is similar to what she has seen in her dreams. So here I pray for love to reach its children who no longer exist. In that case, let me return. The time I've spent with her wasn't bad after all. People gain, what the people lose, are worthless. God, well, I'll refrain from answering her just yet. Forgive me. What I did to you was the only means I could think of. Didn't I say already? I don't want to be bound to my past like a thick anymore. I belong to my dear father. If he desires, I can even give my life for him without regret. I wish to change. I wish to be able to control destiny with my own hands. Out of this, the last cog of fate will eventually come to turn. What would you call the misfortunes of children who are passed away like trash at birth? I want to protect them, even if it means sacrificing my life. I wish to be with Big Sister. Big Sister would feel like home. Is hating God the same as giving up on everything? That's that frog. Don't you just love big fun? I'm a black lion that feeds upon the world. These high and mighty beasts with no other animals can compare to you. If anything, I would like to just surpass you in this life. No matter how people like you try to patronize me, I won't budge an inch. There's an important reason why I'm doing this. I'm a sinner by the cross. Whatever burdens we bear, we can never have each other in theirs. It is but a sin to believe in certainty of happiness. Everything is meant to despair. You said it's please. Okay, going a little too fast for me to read. These custom images are actually really nice though. I can trust you guys to read this faster than me. I just want to give my thoughts. I hope this doesn't take up the majority of the time of my playthrough, but it is very nice. I do like the effects and all the different custom art. Rowena calendar year 2020. Man, this job's boring. I'd heard good things about being a VIP bodyguard, so I went all out to apply. And what do I get for it? The same old guard duty. Stop complaining. You should be glad we're getting compensated so handsomely for this. Aren't you satisfied with getting paid so much for such an easy short-term job? I'd rather have a job that's worth the effort, though. Our VIP is spending the weekend here. That's the only reason why we're here. Well, I wonder what kind of person that VIP is. Beats me. You don't have the right to know that. Our contracts only state that when an emergency arises, we defend her to the last. But what I do know is that she's far too young to be a VIP. You bet. She looks to be a lady in her 20s. Oops. Better stop talking now. Yeah, the VIP has returned. Okay then, please take good care of Doris. Rest assured, we shall properly escort Miss Doris back to her dormitory in the academy. This is boring. I want to talk to Big Sister some more. Can't you at least take me to your room, Big Sister? Sorry, Doris, but I am afraid I cannot do that at all. My room is a special place where even friends are not allowed to be invited to. Therefore, please understand. Yes. Bye-bye, Big Sister. See you next week. Yes, Doris. See you again in the academy. Residence Minerva. That was a cool little effect there. I will now unlock the tracking ring device. Please put out your right arm. Inserting keycard. Entering passcode. The device has been unlocked. I will now remove it. The device has now been removed. Thank you for your cooperation. That's a little robotic. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on. The graphics do mend together very well. Everything looks appropriate. Welcome back. Any mail for me? None today. But there is a message for you. Mr. Siegbert is coming here today and will be arriving soon. Siegbert is coming here? For what purpose? I don't know. Not at all, I'm afraid. Well, never mind. Open the door for me, please. Right away. Thank you. I don't feel like it, but my mind is telling me to review my academy lessons. I guess I should find a suitable book to read. Okay, so we get to control a character. Can't seem to open the menu. Okay, I guess we have to get right to reading some more. Life of a Cat. Probably keep away from this book. I'm not finding the need to read this now. Okay. Medical theory. I guess I'm just rummaging through. I've had enough of this book already. It's probably the last one, isn't it? Seems like I still have this book with me. Perhaps I can sell it off at the second-hand bookstore. dispose of this. Virtually nothing for this change from the year 2018 edition, and it is at best a flattery of the FPSC. It's no different from third-grade gossip. Nothing of interest in almost all the bookshelves. Seems like there's one more I've yet to check. Knaz Waz. This book. Secret left it behind here the last time. Truly this is a good book. It is not called a bestseller just for show. Okay, so we got spare the Something caught in between the last few pages. A note? Nas was an absolute masterpiece. It tells the story of the protagonist who was wrongly convicted of his wife's murder and sentenced to life imprisonment, which he served in the remote Nas was prison. During the 27 years he spent in prison before his persistent jailbreak finally paid off, he met various characters. While they include a violent guard, a dishonest warden, and the true murderer of the protagonist's wife, there is just one man who I've grown fond of. Is this the Shawshank Redemption? Adaption, perhaps? That man worked as a prison librarian for many years before he was eventually released from prison, having served his sentence. Upon freedom, he was offered temporary accommodation, a dim room in an old apartment. Even then, it was certainly brighter and more spacious than his old solitary cell. However, shortly thereafter, he hanged himself in this very room, leaving behind only a piece of paper with the words, "I was here." Of course, while that... I really can't help but think about Shawshank Redemption. I think that was the intention. Everything sounds a little too similar. But to me, even though I could care less about the main story, I cannot help but wonder about that supporting character's fate. Just what had freedom given him? Nothing after all? Or that freedom had robbed him of something? Well, in brief, my point is this. The happy ending was lost. It seems like this note was intended for the dust jacket of a book. It is rather long for that, though. Nonsense. I do not have a happy ending. The happy ending has been lost. Excuse me. Yes. I wanted to tell you this last week that the housekeeper is now here for weekly cleanup of your room. I like that the message box changed according to who's talking and where and through what. My apologies for such short notice. In truth, this ought to have been done yesterday. Would this be alright with you? You can always ask the housekeeper to wait for a while. No, it's okay. Let her start immediately. I was just about to take a stroll outside anyway. My apologies for the inconvenience. I guess it's time to go outside. Still can't access the menu. Strange small tree. Spirits that you meant to, okay. Yeah, this is a save point. Siegler. Been a month, hasn't it? Have you been doing well? You can tell just by looking. Oh, how indifferent. Come to think of it, isn't it about time the results of my previous medical checkup were released? Yes, that is the reason I've dropped by here today. As you already know, we switched to a new method of producing our results at the start of this year. However, after analyzing the data, it appears we have inadvertently applied the old method instead. The results are now being reproduced as quickly as possible, hence I hope you can at least wait a few days more. Good grief, these idiotic workers of mine. Fine with me then. So, how is she? question again. I'm worried after all. In the past, you used to come here every week, but over time, you've begun to only attend to her. It is only natural for me to suspect that something must have happened to her. Well, you are quite right about that. However, my answer to that question will never change. I've become warier than before, a little spelling error there. That is all there is to it. Alright, I get it. Now then, I would have really truly hoped to speak with you more, but there are still preparations I have to make for tomorrow. It is about time for me to head back to the garden. I'll leave as soon as I have a cup of coffee. Still have the time for a cup of coffee of all things. Don't be such a spoilsport. I know you hate the time spent with me, don't you? Besides, I want to make it a policy to have the time to enjoy coffee by myself. Since the coffee here is exceptional, there is also the fact that I am trying to be nice to the VIP here. In that case, I shall not bother you. Till next time. Our target is confirmed to have entered the residence. Got it. So that disguise works after all. I guess Cheryl's behind the disguise? Yeah, that's right. Cheryl disguised as Doris. I look sexy, don't you think? Now do you see just how unique this model design by Granny Margaret is? Yeah, sure. Its girlish figure not only attracts the eyes of men, but also the paparazzi, who are bound to be shamelessly flashing photos of her from all directions. And the model in those photos will no doubt look just like the person herself. It certainly isn't the god of chaos in disguise. Which is why, peculiar as Granny Margaret may be, she is a highly talented ally. Together with Grandpa Donald, we truly make a formidable team. But, well, is this really the only way? Why couldn't we just snatch our target away from the escorts while they were moving? You could be onto something. That would be futile, though. How so, Lena? There is a tracking ring attached to our target's right arm. It's built in with a transmitter which, when activated, can reveal her exact location. In addition, that device is equipped with the latest anti-jamming technology. It's also made of a specially solid material that makes it impervious to normal attacks. Finally, it has an electromagnetic lock that can only be unlocked via a keycard and a passcode. Even Madame Margaret won't be able to crack it. Sounds like one hell of a gadget. Even if we could snatch our target with that device still attached to her, chances are we wouldn't succeed in our mission. Our present location is a public area, so you should know that running isn't going to help. We won't even make it to as far as Envy. So yeah, that's how it is. Man, that gadget's a sweet piece of hardware. If the government is able to invest money into making more devices like that, I'm sure those resilient people at Moribund Hope will be able to get higher pays. Well, you can say that. But the truth is, the ring has a weakness in it that's a little too heavy. That's why it isn't attached to our target's arm around the clock. It's only attached when she's moving from the residence to the academy and back. I see. So that's why we're breaking into the residence instead. That troublesome ring won't be attached to her arm while she's in there. Well, we could try the same thing at the academy, but chemicals are banned there. How about the other three substitute escorts? They've already changed into their disguises and are on standby. They're good to go too, right? Yeah, I'm positive the ones who passed by me earlier were a girl and three escorts. Alright, in that case, you and I shall form the infiltration team. Cheryl, lead the escorts and ensure the front gate is unlocked. And Lena, stay alert and monitor the situation from the back end. Then, let's get this operation underway. Codename Birdcage Break. Begin. Eh? Wonder why they came back. Is something the matter? It's embarrassing to say this, but this girl said she needs to go to the toilet. Toilet? Can't she use the toilet in the residence? It's just a stone's throw away, isn't it? But, well, we're not allowed to let outsiders in during the VIP stay here. Please, I beg of you, she won't be able to hold it until we reach the city. I guess there's no helping it. You sure about this? This is the outskirts after all. It's pretty far away from the nearest stores, not to mention the academy. She won't be able to hold it for much longer. Well, besides, this girl's a friend of the VIP, so it should be fine to let her in. I'll unlock the gate then. Entering passcode. Whatever you do, don't get caught, okay? We don't want any trouble. Thank you so much, both of you. Here's a wonderful present as a show of my gratitude. Eh? Her voice sounds somewhat different. Well, now that I think about it, doesn't her build seem a tad large? As expected of Margaret's top-shelf sleeping spray. Thank you, Margaret, for your hard work on your day off. This is Cheryl here. The front gate has been successfully unlocked. The infiltrating team is good to go. Are there really no problems, Miss? No, there aren't. Thank you for asking. How about the bed and pillow sheets? Any change in quality from before? They're still fine, thank you. Okay, please feel free to inform me if there is anything you are unsatisfied with. Oh, and that reminds me. There seems to be a stubborn stain on that bed sheet. I tried removing it with my own detergent, but it still stays there. Just leave it be. I suppose you did not know about it before, though. Well, yes. This is the first time I've been to this room. I see. In any case, don't worry about the stain. As you wish, miss. I shall take my leave then. Well, come to think of it, a stain would certainly stand out on a white bed sheet. I sure am shallow, am I not, Siegbert? Intruder alert. All hands, take your positions. Who's the intruder? Appears to be members of the OHG. OHG? What? OHG? Tell me they're here for an event. How would I know? There's only one thing I can say though. He has to defend the VIP to the last. An order from Chairman Morton. Order? What the hell? What diet is she? See? Take me out here. I was wondering which day had come to disrupt the man's coffee hour. An old colleague of mine once. See? That's some worried, huh? You should know I'm keeping her away from you. Yes, and I'm aware that it is planned. Be confident you can stop this. You have got to continue. Well, you are no doubt a filthy, bloody man. I must say you have proven to be a strong survivor up till now. In truth, the guards here are no match for you. The thing that I can stop you now would be imbecilic. You're just admitting defeat before your own eyes. Victory is not always a good thing. Turning to me, or vice versa. Now that sounds familiar to you, doesn't it? Now the chance of victory is the no contest. That is the iron rule of this game. I'm giving you a chance now. Take it. That is, to save you. the guy's here. Right, both of them look like fists. Sorry, I kept you waiting. As promised, I've come for you. Indeed. So, we meet again. Two years later. Don't go, Mother. Hold me longer. Well, I'm glad I got to meet you. Unfortunately, this is also goodbye. Please forgive me, my dear son. You feeling okay? Hey, Lake, I'm asking you if you're feeling okay. The least you can do is say something. I'm fine, You're moaning loudly a moment ago, though. Well, yeah, it's just a nightmare. I ain't hurt anywhere. What's wrong? I may need a hand getting up, though. Right. As I thought, your face don't look so good. You sure you're feeling okay? I already told you, didn't I? It's just me waking up to a guilty conscience. I'm used to always having that nightmare anyway, so don't even worry about it. That must have been a terrible nightmare. I'll say that again. What are you looking at? I doubt you're really feeling okay. You sure are persistent, geezer. How many times do I have to tell you I'm fine? Well, the thing is, you're frowning a little more than usual today. Is it really just a bad dream? That's exactly what it is, for crying out loud. Besides, if you keep reading too much into things, won't that prune face of yours become even more wrinkled? The doctor's job is just to treat patients. Got that, quack Dr. Langer? Good grief. Well, whatever. I've often been a target of verbal abuse anyway. Your remark is nothing new to me. So what are you going to do after this? The same as always? You'll be fine. I guess it's dangerous to drink too much after all. Yes, indeed. But your visits to my clinic have increased lately. While I understand they're due to the nature of your work, can't you at least take better care of yourself? Now, what was it called again? Sweeper or something? Devil Sweeper. Remember that well. 20 years ago, unknown black-winged monsters first came into existence in this world. We called them devils. Undertaking requests to sweep away those devils is my job as a devil sweeper. Right, that. Then, given the nature of a job like that, isn't it a little too much for you? I've already gotten used to it. When it started out, I was always focusing on protecting myself in battle. More recently, I've learned how to use my discretion to protect myself. when to defend and when to attack, and to risk everything, and to what extent I can finish a battle unscathed. That's what it's like. Alright, I'll accept that answer. Nothing else, I should get going. I seem to be in a real hurry. I've been contacted by Bilyina. Seems like a group of devils has gathered near her town. Hey Lake, don't tell me you still call her by her first name. There's a problem with that? It's completely unacceptable if you ask me. Well, it's true that I was raised by Bilyina in her orphanage, which is why you should call her mother. No, not mother. Foster mother. My. That's it. We're done with this boring topic. But it's still a fact that she asked you for a favor to sweep any away devils on account of you being her son. That's just a lack of manpower. Virtually all devil sweepers are only bounty hunters. Bounty hunters? Didn't you know that extremely dangerous devils can be killed for bounties? That said, devil sweepers who mainly hunt them for money are who we call bounty hunters. Incidentally, most devil sweepers are from the countryside. Given their nature, these devil sweepers have a reputation for being able to bring down enormous devils. I see, so we have bounty hunters in our neighborhood. Those guys won't bother with small requests like Bilyina's. Only I will. Later then. I'll look you up if I get myself hurt again. The doctor has a massive forehead, it seems. Fading normality. That was pretty long. I wonder if I get to play yet. Episode 1, Devil Sweepers, Hunter of Black Wings. Okay, we're moving around. Good. Let's see here. Save. Now that is very interesting. Time you've played is expressed in pictures, it seems. Huh. That's pretty cool. As I give advice to others as a doctor, I feel my own body slowly becoming more tired. Today, even if I try to regain my youthful energy, it'll only last for a moment. Now this is very interesting. There is a plethora of custom systems in this game. They all look really well done. I don't want to take too long in it. Before I forget. What is it? If I remember correctly, you said you lost a sphere, didn't you? Yeah, a curative magic sphere to be exact. I'm all out of potions and supplements too. Crisis for me now. I see. Take this. A sphere that grants a character access to level 1 curative magic spells. What? This is as good as nothing. Now you shouldn't underestimate even the lowest quality sphere. Without it, you could die at any time in battle. Alright, I get what you're saying. You sure I can take this? Are you perhaps hesitant to take it because of your outstanding medical bills? Yeah, that's right. And there's no problem. This sphere is my important investment in you. It's to ensure you don't die before you can pay your bills. You're pretty shrewd, Beezer. Wow! It's the devils. The devils have appeared. Run back to your houses. Sigh. This can't be happening. Say you're equally shrewd for a kid. Devil sweepers like you just don't help people out of a sense of justice. They don't act unless requested. Of course, who would volunteer to do such a job? In that case, how about this? I have a request for you. I would like you to clear away all the devils outside. I see. Trying to raise your stock here, huh? And in return, I'll waive all your bills. Fair enough. See, for all the devils in this town engage in battle, they make contact. A total of 5 groups of devils stick down to all them to clear your objectives. With an each encounter, the number of devils your face in battle will vary. Lake's level should increase after a couple of victories. Also be aware that you don't have any healing items. So equipping the curative magic spray now is a viable option. It also helps too if you activate the supplement's autofill from within the menu. Press the shift key while in battle reveals the second set of commands, one of which will become useful. Process that when activated fully auto-restores the whole party's HP and DPS supplement after a battle. It's paid after a battle, but not after certain customers that follow and push yourself, so it works. So in the quality of punch and resurrect points, do watch out for this power and quantity, especially while in dungeons. Okay, might be put this here. You're not gonna let me back in case I completely fuck up? Okay. Wow, this is... Huh. I've got myself some booty here. Oh man. So much custom stuff, it's boggling my mind right now. Okay, so I'm guessing the 1 is me. The 2 is the enemy? Hold on. Let me see. I mean, I guess it's good that it's auto-filling my HP and TV, but I don't really want it to run out so quickly. It doesn't seem that way, but eventually. Okay, I got a potion. missed. That's the last of the devils. There, your request is done. Now waive my bills as promised. Sure, I'm not one to lie. This is a surprise. I didn't think you'd care so much about your reputation in the eyes of society. Have you fallen in with a cult or something? Don't be crass. I'm a realist by nature. And what's with you? You're weirding me out. You do know that I am ostracized by the people here, right? Yeah. That pitiful state you're in now is due to your former status as a doctor of Roseburg Hospital. Yes. Roseburg Hospital is a world-famous hospital that is affiliated with Roseburg Enterprise, the world's largest enterprise. It all began with George Roseburg, the chairman of Roseburg Enterprise. George began his career as the owner of a pharmacy in this town of Turku, where he began developments for a new tranquilizer, Tranquil G. That's the one I've been taking. Do you still have enough Tranquil G's with you? I believe you're about to run out of them. Yeah, come to think of it, I'm left with only a few. Let me get a couple of boxes for you then. The first versions of Tranquil G has strong side effects, and were very difficult to consume. However, after its side effects were drastically reduced for easy consumption, Tranquil G became a revolutionary success. Tremendous profits were earned, and George became a famous multimillionaire in an instant. That was when Roseburg Enterprises' predecessor, Roseburg Pharmaceutical Limited, was founded. Following the success of Tranquil G, Tranquil G2 and Tranquil G3 were developed to cater to people's individualities. These successors were much more potent and had much fewer side effects than the original. Interested in a sample? Tranquil G2 or Tranquil G3? Aren't they expensive? I'll pass. They're really good products. You should try them out when you become rich someday. That's just a pointless dream. Well, it's what drives society. Anyway, Roseburg Pharmaceutical Limited accomplished a great feat. That was the establishment of a system to produce large quantities of medicines. However, the time and effort put into this production forced this town's traditional pharmaceutical industry into decline. There's no way to know now if George had done this maliciously. Nevertheless, since then, George has undoubtedly become an enemy in the eyes of the townspeople here. And that enmity applies to me, a former doctor of Roseburg Hospital as well. Here's your source of energy. Thanks. So why did you tell me about all this anyway? Well, the truth is, I landed myself a huge job. Thanks to your connections at Roseburg Hospital. Yeah, there's an urgent need for my expertise, and I was even paid an excessively large amount of initial contract sum. For a realist to accept a job like that, you must be struggling with money, huh? Well, since I came here, my savings have only dwindled day by day. Considering what could happen if I stay on like this job is an opportunity I can't refuse. So you'll be leaving here? Yeah, I'll be setting off soon. I won't be coming back here for a while. That's why I want to at least have a shot at raising my reputation in this town before I leave. It's inconvenient to have all sorts of nostalgic feelings coming into me as I grow old. Yeah, I won't even be able to sympathize with those feelings. By the way, can I ask you something? What? The reason you became a devil sweeper, it isn't like you volunteered for the job, right? Yeah, so? And why become a devil sweeper? A job like that, aside from one's own expectations, is basically about helping people in need. All things considered, there's not a lot of profit in it. Apart from bounty hunting, the fatigue and risk involved totally outweigh the monetary rewards. But money's no more than a product. I'm cool as long as I've got enough food to eat. More importantly, I seek a path in my life and worth in my work. I'm the opposite of you. True enough, I was probably the same as you when I first started out as a doctor. Well, I could say my job's also partly a hobby of mine. There's significance, after all, in hunting devils. Episode 2. Find out your next course of action in the game, refer to the destination submenu under the dictionary menu. The destination submenu is useful in starting your next destination objective, so if you are lost in the game, this will come in great handy. The save point has mysteriously vanished. I'm actually going to wrap this up here once I find another save point. There it is. So I am pretty sure that this game uses some sort of a different engine. I mean, all these custom systems are really impressive. I really like them. So, let's see. Speak to Elena and listen to her requests. There's obviously been a lot of effort put into this game. The lore, the characters, obviously the systems. It's really interesting. Save again because I am a save whore, but there you go, that's Sulfuric Blue. This actually may be the first RPG Maker game that I've played that I want to do a playthrough of. That may be a thing in the future, but if I do that, I'll probably not do a stream. I'll just upload the videos on YouTube after recording. Yeah, I actually do want to play this game some more, so that may definitely be a thing. There's been a lot of effort put into it, and I just want to see how everything plays out, so... yeah. Definitely look out for that. SERAPHIC Blue.